In this brief lecture, I'm going to show you how you can go about installing Python on your own system. And you can go to Google and put in Python download and essentially click this particular link, which will bring you to this particular page. And since I'm going to be working on and demonstrating the code on Windows, I'm going to download Python for my Windows system. But of course, you can go and download Python for Mac if you like. And these are the Python releases for the Mac operating system. And you should go right ahead and download the version most compatible for your own system. Now, the question is whether you should install Python 3.6 or Python 2.7. And indeed, there is an entire page devoted to this particular discussion, and you can access it from here. Here's more about the difference between Python 2 and 3. For the purpose of this course, I'm mostly going to demonstrate the practical code examples in Python 3. But I believe one should be familiar with some of the Python 2 syntaxes. So one can essentially work with Python 2 because Python 2 is still widely used, and there's far more documentation available for Python 2 and Python 3. And essentially, the whole purpose of learning to program in Python and using a hands-on method is that you should be as version agnostic as possible. So, I have both Python 2.7 and Python 3.6 installed on my system. And one basic syntax difference is that if I want to print a word hello, I call the keywords, the Python keyword print in both the cases. But the difference is over here, I just have semicolons for my word or string. It's formally known as string in Python, and say print hello, and hello is printed for me. If I want to do the same in Python 3.6, I have to put my hello, the string, in a parentheses. And there are many such differences between both the versions, but the upshot is the way I troubleshoot across both the versions, you should be able to do the same. And by the end of the course, that is one thing you will be able to do. And so I'm going to work mostly with Python 3.6, and whenever possible, I'm going to provide updates and inputs regarding how the same thing can be done in Python 2.7. But mostly, for the purpose of this course, whichever version you are on, even if you are working with Python 2.7 and you don't wish to install Python 3.6 for some reason, you're still good to go. And once you complete the installation process, essentially you download Python and you carry out, and you should follow all the steps, all the installation steps as it is. And once you do that, okay, and you should see something like an IDLE should come up. So this is my IDLE for Python GUI. This is the IDLE for 2.7. So as you can see, when I installed Python 2.7, something known as an IDLE was also installed, and the same goes for Python 3.6. There's an IDLE installed for that, and this is the Python shell, or the interactive development environment for Python. So once you complete the process, you should be able to access the Python shell, either the 2.7 shell or the 3.6 shell, depending on the version you have of both the versions. And this is where we type in interactively. So if I want to carry out an addition in 3.6, I look at these three arrows, three forward pointing arrows, and let's say multiply 9 by 9. And same for 2.7. And I'll get the same output here, 81. And apart from that, both the IDLE versions, the Python shell versions, they provide us with text editors. So we have text editors, and we can always carry out our analysis, carry out coding in these text editors, the default text editors, and carry on saving saving our text files as Python files, .py files, say. And I'm going to show you what .py files look like. So once you type out your code in your Python IDLE provided text file and save it as a .py file, this is what we end up getting wherever you end up saving your code, .py file, and there's this Python symbol next to it, which indicates that this is a Python file and not a text file. And we can easily open this file through our shell, the Python shell, and run our code again. Those are the things that I'm going to cover further on in this section. But by now, you should certainly have Python 3.61 installed on your system by following the default command. So just download and follow all the steps as it is. And once you do that on a Windows system, you should have access to this ideally, and you can even search for it by typing in Python like so. And that brings up the ideally programs for both Python 3.6 and 2.7 in my case. So you can click on these, and essentially this is how and where we end up writing and working with our Python programs. And obviously, there are much better looking IDLEs available, and I'm going to discuss that as well further on in this section.
Hey guys, so let's start the video. You can open any of your favorite browser and just search for Python. Here you can see the search result. It is showing me official website, that is python.org. You can just click on this downloads link. And now here you can see it is showing me the latest version for Windows. If you have any other operating system, you can just click on the appropriate link and you can download the latest version. So I'm going to just click on this button, download Python 3.11. Okay, so my download is done. Now I'm going to just click on this exe to start my installation. Here I'm going to check mark on this add python.exe to path. So it will add the Python path to my environmental variable path. So let me check mark this, and here I'm going to click on customize installation button. These are the features which will be installed on your machine. So select everything they are required. So PRP is used for installing Python libraries or packages, and IDLE is a default IDLE which comes with this Python. So I'm selecting all the default options, and here I'm just going to click on next button. And now here, if you want to install this Python for all the user of your machine, so you can just check mark on this. Here it is showing me installation location, so it will be installed into C drive, program files, Python 3.11. Just click on this install button to start the installation. Okay, it's asking me permission. I'm going to click on yes button. Okay, so my installation is in progress. We'll wait for a while. Okay, so my setup is successful. Now I'm going to just click on this close button. Okay, let's verify the installation. So just search for CMD. And now here you can type Python -- version to check the version of Python. And you can see it is showing me Python 3.11.0. Now I'm going to print a simple statement. So for that, first of all, I have to shift to Python shell. So just type py and hit enter. So you can see it's showing me shell. Okay, now here I'm going to type a simple print message, welcome to my channel. And after that, I'm going to hit enter. And guys, you all can see I'm getting my expected output, welcome to my channel. So my Python is working properly. Now there is another way to run Python program. So I will show you all the ways. So just close the CMD and search for IDLE. So here you can see it is showing me Python IDLE. Just click on this. And now this is the Python shell. You can type your command here also. So let me just print a simple message. Okay guys, so in my print I have just typed welcome to Python, and you can see I'm getting the output. You can type any expression also. For example, I'm typing 48 plus 12, so I'm getting result as 57. So you can type your command here also, or another way is that you can create a new file. So if you have big program, you can create a new file. So go to file menu, new file. Okay, now here you can type your program. Now this is that to run this program, we need to first save this program. So you can just go to file menu and just click on save as, and here you can save your program. So I'm just selecting desktop and my folder, and here I'm going to just save it with a name hello py. If you don't provide, by default it will be provided. So just click on save button. Okay, so my program has been saved with hello.py name. Now to run this program, you can press F5 or you can go to run menu and select run module. And you can see here it's showing me message. So these are the different ways to write and run your Python program using Python IDLE. So this concludes my video. I hope guys my video has helped you. If yes, then do hit on like button. And if you have any kind of query, you can put in comment box. I will surely reply to your queries. Guys, if you are new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys for watching my video till end. I'll see you in my next video. Till that, bye bye and take care.